In this session, we understand the final category of the interrupts, those are software interrupts. But before we get into the software interrupts, we need to understand something called a mode of a CPU. What are the different kinds of modes that are available for a CPU? Let us understand. The CPU can be primarily in one of the two modes. The CPU can execute the programs in two different modes. One is user mode, and one more is supervisor mode. Supervisor mode. This supervisor mode can also be called as privileged mode or kernel mode or protected mode or anything. Different CPUs will employ different names, different labels for this mode, but all are one and the same. What is the purpose of supervisor mode? In what way it is different from the user mode? Let us see. Okay. When user executes a program, you know that the program is a blend of instructions, right? The program is a set of instructions. There are several instructions that are being executed right now. Okay. This program will be a collection of three different kinds of instructions. Already you know those categories of the instructions. These instructions could be memory reference, register reference, and IO instructions. Okay. Now here, try to understand. Every time when either a memory reference or a register reference instruction gets executed, CPU will be set to be in the user mode. But when an IO instruction is needed to be executed, this IO instruction should be executed in the supervisor mode, because this IO instruction leads to an access to IO devices, right? Whenever you execute an IO instruction, this leads to an access to the IO device. IO device such as printer, keyboard, mouse, or whatever. That means that when you execute an IO instruction, an IO device will have to work, will have to do its duty, right? Let us say this is a printer. Okay. But access to all the IO devices are completely protected. Okay. That is purely because if the user is permitted to directly access these IO devices, then these devices may be harmed. Okay. These devices may be damaged, because the user programs, the user instructions, when you write a program, there will be several hundreds of errors. A software error may physically damage an IO device physically, which means that a user can never ever allowed to access IO devices directly. That's the reason why every time when an IO instruction is needed to be executed, immediately the CPU switches from user mode to the supervisor mode. In the supervisor mode, these IO instructions will get executed. That means that this instruction will be executed by the CPU. For an example, there is load 450. This is an instruction. This can be executed in the user mode, because this load instruction will have an access to the main memory, followed by add R1. But there is some instruction called INP. These two instructions can be executed in the user mode, but not this instruction. This time you are trying to access a peripheral device. All the peripheral devices are the important resources. important resources to the system. Okay, these resources should never be damaged. When user is allowed to access these resources directly, these resources may be damaged. That's the reason why whenever there is an IO instruction, CPU will have to execute this IO instruction by itself. User cannot execute. That's the reason why there are two modes used. One is user mode. Any other instruction can be executed in the user mode, but IO instructions can only be executed in supervisor mode. That means that CPU is directly executing this instruction on behalf of the user. Okay. Now here, every time when an IO instruction is there, CPU will have to switch the mode from user mode to the supervisor mode. Okay. From user mode to supervisor mode, there will have to be a switch. Mode should be switched. If you want to switch the mode, you need to use software interrupt. A software interrupt will switch the mode from user mode to supervisor mode. Okay, this is all about software interrupts. Supervisor call, switching from the user mode to the supervisor mode, allows the executor certain class of operations such as IO operations, which are not allowed in the user mode. All these operations are related to IO operations because every time when you perform an IO operation, this IO operation will give you an access to the peripheral devices. For an example, printf. Have you ever thought of printf statement? This printf is a function, is an inbuilt function. You don't know what is the backend code for this printf, because this printf is going to use your monitor. When you execute this, you're going to use a peripheral device. That's the reason why whenever printf is used, internally OUT instruction will get used, right? Printf will give you an output. In order to give an output, we need to use OUT instruction, isn't it? Which means that a peripheral device will be accessed. If you want to access the peripheral device, that only should be through the supervisor mode. As simple as that. So a software interrupt is required to switch the mode from user to supervisor. Okay. This is all about software interrupts.